Our calculator has a whole world of matrix operations. If you look in this left column in light blue, or depending on what calculator you have, you should see the matrix option right above this x to the negative 1 power. So whenever we want to work with matrices, you hit the second button here, and then you hit the matrix option. All right, and then we get kind of our matrix worlds. We've got matrices that we can select to do things with. That's what this names is. So basically you can create as many, almost as many matrices as you want, A, B, C, D. You can create them. If we go over, there are different things we can do with the matrices. So these are calculations that our calculator has. And then very important, whenever we want to build or edit a matrix, we'll go to the edit option. Okay? So whenever we want to create our own matrix, we want to put a matrix in the calculator, we always need to go and edit it. Okay, so let's do that. Select that. All right, so you could have, depending on who had your calculator before, there may be different dimensions. The matrix we want to put in is this 2-row by 2-column matrix. So we want the dimensions to be 2 by 2. And whenever you type a number, you'll press enter, and it'll take you to the next spot. All right, and then if you press enter, it works like a book. Say that again.
Oh, I see
If you press enter, it works like a book where it goes just from left to right, and it'll go down as you go. So we just want to type in our numbers, and they're the ones from our paper. So we got 2. Josh, you got a calculator? So if you ask me to do this later, I'm gonna probably be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go grab a calculator. We got 2, 9, 1, 5. Everybody make it? Anybody having trouble? You just press enter. So you got 2, enter, 9, enter, 1, enter, 5, enter. Anybody having trouble before I leave this screen? You should have this 2 by 2 matrix built. It's just the one we got on our paper. Okay, so now I want to quit, go to the home screen. If something's there, just clear it out. All right, and you can do operations on matrices. So just so we understand this, let's multiply that matrix we just had by 2. So what I could do is I would do 2 times, and now we need to select the matrix we just built. So I hit the second button, and I'll go back into my matrix options, and then I'll select the matrix I just built. Mine was A. I don't know, maybe your favorite letter was E, so you built it at E. Whatever, choose the one you just built. And now my calculator is about to take matrix A and multiply it by 2. And so if you notice, all the numbers got multiplied by 2. Does that make sense? You can do operations here. You could multiply the matrix by 0.5. And notice it basically divided everything by 2. You could take matrix A and you could add matrix B to it. Except I didn't build B, so it shouldn't work because the dimensions don't match. But you can do normal operations in your calculator with these. Does that make sense? The operation that we want to do is we want to select matrix A, and we want to find the inverse. So your calculator has an inverse button. This x to the negative 1 power means you want to do the inverse of whatever's there. So now I'm telling my calculator, what is the inverse of A? I want you to take A, and I want you to give me the inverse of it. And when you press enter, we get the inverse of matrix A. Let's make sure that we get the identity matrix from here. So the theorem said if we take matrix A and if we multiply it by its inverse, what should we end up with? We should end up with 1s down the main diagonal, right? Let's see if it works out. Did we get the identity matrix? We sure did, because we multiplied 2 inverses together. Let's see what happens when we change the order. A inverse times matrix A, same thing. That's what happens with the 2 inverses. very simply in our calculator, we can find a matrix inverse. You guys feel good about this? Do you wish you would have known this last week? That would have been too easy. I had to make sure you guys can do it before we start using the calculator. All right, so now we can find inverses. So let's make sure we know what we're doing with the inverses. So let's go to the next question. Okay, so we want to build these last two. Let's see, I'll show myself doing it. Guys, let me know if you got questions. Oh, why are you so small? Yep. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna build example 5. It's a 3x3 matrix. I first need to go edit it. And then it's 3 rows by 3 columns. Then I'll put my numbers in 1, 3, 0, 1, 1, -2. And whenever you want to do a negative number, make sure you hit this button. This button is minus. If you put this one in, it's going to expect a number in front of it to subtract from. Whenever you want the number to be negative, hit this one with the parentheses around it. That makes the value negative. The other one is subtraction. So I've got, again, -3, and then -3 again, and then I've got 5. I finish editing and building my matrix. I'll go to the home screen. I need to select my matrix, so I go back into my matrix options and select it. And now I'm ready to do operations on it. I just want to do the inverse of it, so I'll click the inverse button. It's got the little -1 up there, so I know I'm ready. And I just got the inverse of this 3x3 matrix. And yeah, it's got decimals, that's okay. Your calculator might be in fraction mode, so you might see the fractions. Not a big deal. Right, questions there? All right, let's do one more and show you something that can happen from time to time. So this example 6, we want to find the inverse of that matrix. So it's another 3x3. So I just need to edit the one I just built. So I'll go over to edit, and I'll change this one and give it the 3x3 matrix in example 6. 3x3 again. I've got new numbers, so I'll type them in. 1, 2, 0, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 1. Just the numbers from example 6. And if you know what you're doing, go ahead and try to find the inverse. See what happens. Right, so I got it typed in. Go to my home screen. And here's a lazy method. You can go and just scroll up and select what you just did. And now it'll do it on the new matrix A. That's just a lazy method. Anybody else get an error? So if we read this error, it says, so let's take a second and build those. All right, so we need to go edit a matrix, and we need to build our coefficient matrix. It is a 3x3 matrix that has the coefficients in it. 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. Coefficient matrix done. If I ever run it into any trouble, this will be the first place I check, because maybe I put like a number in wrong, or maybe something was off. This is normally the first place I'll go. Let me look at my edited one and make sure what I put here is what I needed to put from my paper. Okay, we got A built. Anybody need me to wait? Okay, now we need to build B. I'll go back into my matrix options. I need to go over and edit matrix B. I repeat, don't edit matrix A. You want A to be A. We've already set that up. We need to set up B now. So go to B, and now B is my constant matrix. It's going to be a 3-row by 1-column matrix. It should look how you want it to look. We've got 3 numbers we need to put in: 31, 19. What's the last number? 25. Press enter. I got all that locked in. And now I'll quit. Go to the home screen. Now I'm ready to operate. I need to select the matrices I want. So I'm going to select matrix A first. I need the inverse of A, so I'll hit the inverse button. And then I need to multiply this by matrix B. You press enter, you should get your answer.